bread.
Good day, and welcome to the Sliced Bread Podcast. We give you your daily slice of life. I am your host, Gary. And today's episode, we have on the panel Lenny.
Your local boy.
Nice. We got Chris.
My name is Chris and I'm a camper creeper.
Lovely. And last and certainly not least, Bob.
Not the builder. We don't build things up, we break them down.
And we're going to break down and break bread today's episode. What is camping? Camping is an outdoor activity that involves staying the night, more than one night, in a protective shelter in nature. Camping is a broad term, but in essence, camping is a way of getting away from the hassle of urban life to a more natural environment for a limited time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about camping. So, I'm going to start off with Mr. Creeper himself. What is the most enjoyable part about camping, sir? Is it creeping though?
That's part of it, when you sneak into the tent in the middle of the night. Yeah,
Are you sure you're not like Freddy Krueger here?
when the kids are there. But yeah, as you asked, what's enjoyable, Gary, is I would say being out in nature. Just being away from, everyday life, the urban life, as you mentioned, being out in the scenery, especially being away from technology, and yeah, just breaking away.
Lovely stuff, man. And my friend Lenny, what's your favorite part of camping, sir?
I don't want to be this guy and end this episode early. I don't like it. I don't like any of it.
What?
Don't like it. I don't like the toughing it out in nature. In fact, I don't like nature. I don't like fresh air.
Fresh.
I don't
Wait,
like
what?
I don't like the sand. The
Do you not
dirt,
like breathing?
the sleeping bags.
He likes pollution.
I like pollution.
Oh my!
you know?
What?
My ideal situation is like the cloggy streets, and the air pollution and little quaint coffee shops and just the busyness of the streets like this.
Lenny, the bad guy, is finally come out.
Don't cancel us.
I mean, look, camping wouldn't be as bad if there were showers and nice bathrooms and no mosquitoes and no sand and no dirt and I didn't have to pack up and pack down and no mosquitoes. Did I mention the mosquitoes?
Yeah, you mentioned mosquitoes like 5 times.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, you are just gonna stay at home and just play PS5, eh?
No, I mean, no, there's a lot of things I would be doing, just not camping.
Probably reading.
Oh my gosh!
Probably.
Travis McGee, why not?
Ooh, nice.
Gary remembers.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm gonna take a playbook out of Chris. I agree 100%. Camping is amazing. It's good to go outside, be with your friends and your family.
I forgot to mention the quality time
Yeah,
spent with friends and family.
Yes, friends and families, quality time. You get to see nature, get away from technology, like you said, and most importantly, just get away from them damn kids.
You got kids?
You got kids?
Not kids, but I'm just saying, just get away from like just hearing crying sounds and just enjoying nature. And yourself, Bob?
Well, Bob enjoys a little adventure in his life, He does the Sonic so once in a while,
Lovely.
Nice.
Enjoying the retroness of no technology, the way it should be. No, but there'll be no gaming when Bobby goes
I was
camping.
just gonna ask now is
Unless I take the Game Boy, but that's another story for another day.
Look, you don't know when inspiration comes.
You gotta just make it happen. But yeah, what I like about it is, or at least the most enjoyable part is the people. I do believe you create memories on a camp that you just don't get somewhere else. It's a bonding experience
Yes.
for me. So I know back in the day we used to do a lot of team building, a lot of activities and night camping, go on those little trails here and there. So it was always fun. There was always a fun element to camping that I know Lenny doesn't particularly enjoy that viewpoint, but there is just this, I don't know, this feeling of overcoming all the nonsense of reality that occurs in nature.
Like I do togetherness and around the campfire, just catching up and whatnot.
Yes, have you ever tried marshmallows over the fire? It's delicious. S'mores.
Your definition of camping just sounds a lot better than the actual definition of camping.
Fair enough, because it's what you make of it. Because let's face it, the mosquitoes will always be a problem, but if you have citronella and you have insect repellent and, a fan to keep them away,
some tea tree oil.
you gotta I like that. Tea tree oil. Lovely. Then you know what, you can overcome any obstacle. And I think that's the point of camping. Like, there's a level of obstacles that come with it, whether it's from your preparation, whether it's through anything else. Like, you have to overcome all the things, and then at the end of the day, there's a victory line.
And speaking of that, Bobby, you talked about the whole bonding and team building. Is that why you think it is that people always use camping and that kind of stuff to
For
have
team
team building
building.
and bondings? Because it
Yes.
kind of brings a lot out of you
Yeah.
in a certain way.
It also brings out a hierarchy also amongst people itself.
Yeah,
because
you-
there's always going to be
you-
someone that
You
has
look
to
at
take lead.
Survivor, yeah, definitely.
Survive is a great explanation actually
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
how do you go about things? How would you survive? You just have to make something happen, overcome the obstacles.
It also makes you appreciate what you have on an everyday basis.
That
you
is
know?
absolutely correct.
Yeah, running water, a roof over your head.
You know,
Warm bed.
You know, speaking
A warm
about
bed.
Oh, but speaking about that, running water, warm bed, and Lenny's like quarrels. I want to know from you guys, what do you prefer? Do you prefer, the real camping, the outdoor, setting up the tent, doing all that things, or like what Lenny would be call it, glamping by just getting a, holiday house and just a nice bed and everything like that. Like, what's your go-to? I'm gonna start it off with Bob.
Well, I suppose the difference between camping and glamping is nothing more than comfort. I think that's all it really is. The one is a more luxurious version of the other one. So I will rough and tough it out. That's what I like. I like that stuff. Give me adrenaline rush.
When would you go glamping though?
I only consider glamping when I'm being inclusive to everybody. Because not everyone can rough it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes,
so
yes,
let's
yeah.
say you have a significant other and that significant other won't particularly like, sleeping on the floor, with the unevenness of the floor and the sleeping bag just isn't it. Then you're going to have to start looking into the more glampy side of life.
Fair enough.
I feel like Kelly like doing camping and Lenny like doing glamping.
That's
I
not
could
the
say-
worst take. That's
What's
not
it
the
gonna
worst
be?
take in the world.
It's not, but to defend Kelly, probably the only thing we have in common is that we probably would both go glamping. No, okay. It's the only thing we have in common.
So I feel like you would rather do glamping.
I think so. It's the comfort, it's the ease, it's the things that you would usually have at home. I don't have to tough it out. I don't have to rough it out. I can be clean. I don't have to go to bed waiting the full day, feeling sweaty, feeling sand between my toes. I can go take a shower and then sleep in a similar bed as to what I have at home. So, glamping all the way.
You know the W Hotel or the Hilton doesn't count as glamping, eh?
Put him on blast.
Yeah,
My
put-
word.
but I mean, if I had a choice, I still wouldn't do camping or glamping. I'll stay at home in my own bed.
I feel like I'll do camping, but there's a but in it. I need a proper shower and a proper toilet. Like, that's my only thing. That's my only gripe I want. So I want to know I have clean water. I can take a nice proper shower, enjoy myself, and yeah, that's all I
Have
can
you
say.
ever heard that saying, when nature calls?
Yes.
Go do nature's business in nature, since y'all love camping.
But I suppose
Why
at
not?
festivals it's a different feeling, don't you think?
Yeah, it is a different feeling because you're gonna get like your porta potties and whatnot. And then
Ooh,
I
those
know
are the worst.
Yeah, it is the worst. I hate that stuff. It gives me like nightmares. But like some festivals, you can get, they give you like priority showers and priority like toilets. I took that with a heartbeat.
What does that mean, priority toilet and shower?
So they give you like proper clean showers. They'll clean it every time, and only certain amount of people use those showers.
Okay.
And they give you like proper toilets, not like those porta potties, those like those ones where you can like shake. If you like
Yeah.
sit with like the wind, like a proper toilet where you can like clean it out and whatnot. So that's like the real spiel when it comes to priority.
Yeah, speaking of the festivals, Gary, I remember with the music festivals like Synergy,
Yes,
we
yes.
also camped, but with tents, of course.
Yes, yes.
But then I remember there was a certain section where you see people staying in, I don't know if it was boats or something, or even chalets and stuff like that.
See, with Rock in the Day,
Yeah.
they do the same thing. They also have like a glamping section.
Yeah.
Like I saw when I was booking for a ticket, like the one glamping section cost like 20,000 rand.
Yeah, there's like Coachella vibes over here, eh?
Yeah,
Worth
bro.
it? Worth it? Probably not.
It's all cheap Coachella, but okay.
That would be a cheap Coachella,
Gosh, man.
definitely.
So I want to ask you guys now, how often do you go camping? And do you know people that also like go camping the same amount of times as you do? Or do they go more than you? Because I know for myself, I probably went camping the last, like twice in the past 5 years. The once was when I went to the festival, and the other time we were with a group of friends. But other than that, camping not always on my tick list for the year. So yeah, but I know a lot of friends that love going camping. They love,
It's a family event.
yeah, the family
Yeah.
event. Like some of them go to Angola to go camping, like with the family and whatnot.
Wow, that's far.
Yeah, they go far for
I
camping.
know
Yeah.
with a lot of people, it's a culture and a family tradition.
Yeah.
End of the year, I mean, I know people that go 3 times a year,
Yeah.
which is beginning, middle, end.
And you probably
And-
like 3 times your life, eh?
It sounds almost accurate, once every 10 years or so. That almost be like 3 times. But people do it, and they do it consistently. And they've got the whole setup, right? They've got the caravan, the trailer, everything gets packed in. And then even those super fancy tents with the sections, and you can put a blow-up mattress in there. People are, really prepared, and they stock up well for that.
Some people even do the whole trailer park vibe.
Yeah, with the caravans.
You bring a whole caravan and then there's your house for the weekend.
Yeah, and people stay in there for ages. You get families that will do it for weeks on end during
Yeah.
the festive time, eh?
Heaven knows why.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't
long.
get that. Yeah,
Like, how much braai can you eat in a day?
yeah.
Poikie here, poikie there.
So how many times you go camping? Oh, I might ask Chris.
I don't know. I would say maybe once every 2 years or so. Like I mentioned, the festivals thing happened quite often. Back in the day when you just in varsity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we did that quite often.
Like
Then
you only got sick once a year. Now you get sick every 2 days, bro.
basically you catch some rare form of Balhasia when you go into the bushes.
Exactly, bro.
But that's probably why I don't like camp, because I mean, if you in communal showers, like, you're gonna pick up some
Yeah.
foot fungal infection or something, But I got a question, since I'm here with semi-avid campers. How is the preparation to go camping? Do you actually have a checklist of all the items you need to take with? Is the car super packed? How do you go about that? Those that have gotten camping, what do you say, Bob?
I do have a checklist, I can't lie.
Okay.
A checklist to make sure you have your essentials, and absolutely the emergency stuff is vital to have, because last thing, let's take an incident of you breaking down along the road. Do you have everything on the road right there to survive? That's how I look at it. So you gotta have a little bit of food, like patkos. You gotta have that
Vital,
patkos.
eh?
Oh,
That's that egg, that boiled egg, with that hot coffee in the flask. You got to be ready for on time.
Psychedelics.
Yeah.
There we go. Samosakis,
Yeah.
that things that just go. Then you also got to have like certain essential tools. So let's say a knife. Because you wouldn't realize what it's like not having a knife
Yeah, knife is key.
on a camping site. If, let's say you forgot that. Or a braai grid. Oh,
Ooh,
then
that's
what
the
are you
one,
going to braai the food on? Huh?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Or the poikie cost poikie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a game changer. So you got to have a set list of things to make sure it's ticked, so that even if other things are forgotten, the important stuff aren't.
And then there's also the small things, Bob. Like you mentioned the knife and the egg. Now, what about the butter? Put in butter in like a little Tupperware buck, or even the sugar, the salt.
But you,
Yeah.
If you drink coffee,
but you can get a little sachets, man, for the butter also, remember?
yeah, you can get that. But it's just these small
Oh, yeah,
things
those ones.
that you need to kind of all take with you. I mean, headache tablets, maybe even that.
Yeah,
but
you
not
never
that,
know.
Oh.
You know,
Do Savlon also, I assume.
Yes.
that as well.
Get a
In
cut,
case you
you
get a
need to-
wound,
Yeah.
a medical aid kit.
And
But
yeah.
it's about what you also don't bring, because don't you want to pack light? Because if you got to carry things places, don't you think?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, I would say travel light, yes. If you're going to go heavy, then you're going to carry a lot of stuff on you. My advice would be to travel light, take the essentials, and that's just going to make it easier for yourself.
Because, I mean, you'd also be traveling with a few people. Say if you've got 4 people in the car, all their stuff needs to fit. And that would be
Yes.
your essentials, their essentials, plus clothes and whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like you get people that put in 5-6 different t-shirts, to look fresh. You don't need to look fresh if you're going to go camping in the bushes. I mean, just put in something that looks cool if you want to. But comfort is the number one thing, though, if you're going to go camping.
Look, dude, some people need to update the Instagram profile, man, bro.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing, yeah. That's the
Out in
thing.
nature.
Out in
Exactly.
nature, yeah.
And some people need to put the inspirational quote on their LinkedIn profiles.
On LinkedIn, my gosh.
So I want to ask you guys, what do you feel is the unwritten rules in camping?
Don't take Lenny.
Okay, that's an excellent run.
don't-
No,
Violate
that is a written rule.
That's a written rule.
That's a written
That's
rule.
unwritten.
That's an unwritten rule. We know
Noted.
that.
You want to
Man.
have a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. So what do you feel like is the unwritten rule? I want to ask with you, Mr. Chris.
I would say keep the cell phones away, know?
No
That's
technology.
smart. Yeah,
Put the
that's
cell
smart.
phones away. Maybe you go with your boys and then you say, okay, here's the rule, guys. We're taking one cell phone and that's going to be the emergency in the contact.
Yes.
And you can just make contact with that number in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no cell phones. So that's what I would say, yes.
I feel like my unwritten rule would be bring the yellow toilet paper.
Gracious.
You need,
Another small thing that you can't forget, eh?
you have to
But
bring.
vital.
Take a leaf. Be a G.
No,
When nature calls.
I feel bring a lot of toilet paper because you're gonna need it. You're gonna really do need that toilet paper.
And that's toilet paper is also something you use for a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Toilet paper, paper towels, I guess.
I'm
You
not gonna
need
go-
that for everything.
I'm not gonna use a paper towel for number 2.
No, but I mean, not for number 2. But if you're eating, you need a paper towel. You need a napkin or a serviette or something.
And Bob, what's your unwritten rule?
Well, my unwritten rule will be simple because I know at every campsite there has to be a fire. So my unwritten rule is, guys, please put out your fires before you leave. Don't let it still be little
Yes.
coals or whatnot. You don't know what is gonna happen the moment you leave. Maybe you the reason that the fires are starting.
And more importantly, Bob, you don't want the Karen on the other side of the campsite to come and complain
Oh,
about the fire.
And they
Totally
find
correct
their ways
also.
there, eh?
That's
Yeah.
smart.
And they'll find their cell phone signal strong for some reason.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also probably why I don't like camping. Is because Karens love camping.
You
Yes.
sound like a Karen.
You
bro.
sound
I
like
don't know
a-
what you on about.
Exactly.
Don't talk so about yourself, Lenny.
You look like the guy that have a battery pack for his battery pack.
If we went camping, you would argue, where's the glamp?
Exactly.
I would be arguing all the time.
Exactly.
You also get those people, you get that one neighbor camper that must either come ask for ice or for wood. One of the two
Because,
things.
Like we said on the checklist, there's always something missing. Like, I new neighbor for the day.
And usually, if there's shops at the camping sites, right, they're always heavily overpriced because they know people are going to buy there out of necessity.
On that topic, I remember we went on a camp earlier this year where there was a honesty box.
That was an
Oh,
interesting
yes, I
system.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
It's where they have wood and they have ice for you, and
Yeah.
they have a tin where you can pay for it, and they set the prices, but they rely on your honesty to actually pay for it.
So you can drop in any amount there and take
Yes, yes.
Or
So
not drop in an amount.
or you don't even have to pay at all. But it's a pretty cool idea, yeah. I think it's a Japanese thing. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a cool idea.
Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. And I'll ask you with regards to everything with this camping. Would you take your future family camping or would you not? So I'm going to ask Mr. Glamper himself.
I wouldn't take my current family plan camping.
Okay, okay, guys, we can wrap the episode now.
No, I would. Like, I would want to give it another shot. Not glamping, but actual camping. I would want to give it another shot to either affirm my hatred for it or disprove my hatred for it. Got to be open-minded.
That's a nice answer. I would say I would definitely do camping with my future family, just to go out and just show them the nature, man. It's important just to, bond with everyone. Bond with your kids, bond with the family. Even though I have no kids.
You said kids. That's the second time you mentioned kids.
Yeah,
Now
we
you-
get quite
now
Hinting,
suspect, yeah.
Anything with what though? But yeah, I would definitely put camping on my list in the future. And then Chris? what's your
100%, yes. For the same reasons you gave, Gary. I think it's a good time to bond, a good time to just get out of the house and get to know each other better, I suppose. And yeah, even if the significant other doesn't want to, I suppose you just have to drag them along.
I love the fact that you're not on the fence anymore.
No, not with this
You're
one.
improving, you're improving. And last and certainly not least, Bob.
Well, I don't think I can now, based on what was said on the podcast, not take the kids. I think that's a bit harsh. They need to experience life too. Take them to a lake, a camping site with a river spot. They gotta play there.
And fish
outside.
and fishing.
And fish, they gotta
Yeah.
learn how to fish. If there's fishes in the river that day, they gotta learn patience. And plus, at a camping site, you can learn a lot of life lessons. There's a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of things, a lot of leadership that can take place at a camping site. And why would I deny that to anybody to experience that? So I'm gonna have to force whoever the significant other must be. Hey, push through here, because must think big picture here. This is for everybody's enjoyment.
Those life lessons are important.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to today's episode. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. And if you enjoyed today's episode, drop a comment in the comment section about your own camping experiences. And make sure that you stay tuned for another Slice of Life.